you guys, my name is Lene and I was asked to show you a really quick and easy way to use your Tori Belle magnetic lashes with the anchors only. You can see there are 10 miniature anchors here that come with every single Tori Belle lash set that comes in the red box. There are Tori Belle lash sets that come in the gold box. These ones are the Mystic version. Those do not come with the anchors, but any of our styles in the red box, the 10 anchors are included. Now, Tori Belle magnetic lashes are meant and created to be used with either your magnetic magnitude liner or your magnetic magnitude mascara. However, that's not an option for everybody, whether it's a sensitivity issue, an allergy, whether you have lash extensions and you're wearing your Tori Belle magnetic lashes with lash extensions. The remover to take off either one of these products, and I don't have the remover sitting right here next to me, but the remover to remove either one of these products also removes lash extensions, which obviously if you have lash extensions, you don't want that to happen. So because each set of lashes also comes with the magnetic anchors, 10 per set or 10 per pair of lashes, you can apply your Tori Belle lashes using the anchors only if you so choose. The magnetic liner and the magnetic mascara are going to be a much simpler and easier application for most people. I've applied using the anchors only, so I've gotten to a point that the anchors are actually easier for me and faster than applying with the liner or the mascara. But that's just because I've practiced. So every person is individual and every person is different. You can figure out which process works best for you. For the maximum hold, you want to use either the mascara or the liner with the anchors. But you can choose if you only want to use one or the other. Whatever works for you is just great. So let me show you what you need. Obviously, you need your Tori Belle lashes. With your set of anchors, you need a mirror that is easy. That mirror is really dirty. Sorry, that's disgusting, but it is what it is. I'm a mom with lots of kids, so it's kind of how it goes. You also want a pair of tweezers. Tori Belle offers a long pair. They're maybe about 5 or 6 inches long, and they're plastic tweezers. They weren't available when I started putting on my magnetic lashes using my anchors, so I learned and trained myself how to use my small itty bitty little metal tweezers. That's kind of a more difficult process, but because it's the process I learned on, it's actually easier for me than the big, bulky, cumbersome plastic tweezers. However, you need to know that they're metal. And so they're going to attract the magnets of both your lashes and your anchors. So use of them, it takes a little bit of doing. You have to kind of get used to a process a little bit, but it is certainly doable. So don't feel like if you don't have the plastic tweezers, you can't do it. But for most people, the plastic tweezers are a must, and they're a much, much easier application. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you need to know. Number one, anytime you take your magnetic lash strip off of its holder, you always need to kind of wiggle and bend the lash strip just slightly. You want to soften up that lash strip just a little bit because it's been on its holder for however long, whether it was since you took them off the day before or if it's been a couple of days since you've worn them. It has molded, this lash strip has molded to the shape of the holder, and you want it to be able to mold to your own individual eye shape. I am using, for demonstration purposes and because they're a little bit easier to see, I'm using the selfie style lashes. I know that that's backwards for you, but they are the most dramatic lash, and so they're going to be the easiest for you to see for this demonstration. So these are the selfie lashes. When you apply the selfie lashes, you want to make sure you have your mirror right in front of you. This one, for me, it's about at eye level, so I can look right into it. I'm not looking down onto it. For some people, looking down onto it is a little bit easier. For me, that's way harder. I like to use gravity to my advantage, and so I keep my mirror, it's right here next to me. I keep my mirror directly in front of me and at eye level. Makes it easier for me because then I can tilt my head back and I can allow my lashes to rest on my own natural lashes as I'm applying. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to make sure that you've already measured and trimmed your lash strip if necessary prior to applying. So I'm just going to set my magnetic lashes right on my own natural lashes. And then I'm going to take my tweezers and I am going to hold on to my magnetic anchor at the very bottom. This little square that you can see right up here on top, that's a magnet. And then it has tiny little lash fibers. There's about 6 lash fibers per anchor. That's where you want to hold on with your tweezers. And you want to hold on to them at a 90-degree angle. You want your tweezers to come on a flat surface and then your anchor to be standing straight up from those natural lash fibers. And I'm going to hold it as far away from the magnet with my metal tweezers as I possibly can so it doesn't magnetize. And then I am going to hold with my free hand. I'm going to kind of pinch and squeeze my lashes together. I'm going to slide my lashes down my lash line until they get all the way to my own natural lash line. And then with my tweeze hand, I'm just going to hold on to the anchor, slide it back and forth until the magnet that I'm holding in my anchor, the anchor magnet attaches itself to the lashes. So I sandwich my own natural lashes, and in my case, my lash extensions. I sandwich those between the lash strip on top and the anchor on bottom. They're just going to kind of, once you slide that anchor across the bottom, they're just going to find a home wherever they want. And as long as you're holding with your free hand, as long as you're holding the lash strip down close to your lash line, it's going to be really easy to find it and keep it really, really close to your own natural lash line. Now, the biggest mistake that people make is not holding their anchor at a 90-degree angle. If you hold it straight up and down like this, and you go to apply it, your hand is going to be in the way of either the camera or the mirror or whatever it is that you're using. So you want to make sure that you kind of rotate your wrist just slightly. You hold it at that 90-degree angle. Now that it's there, I can go ahead, now that it's being held in the middle, I've already attached one anchor. I can go ahead with my free hand, slide those lashes down against my lash line, put my anchor right up next to slide the lash strip against my lash line, and then slide the anchor underneath until it finds a matching magnet to adhere to. And I'll do the same thing on the inner corner. So again, I hold, I slightly lift my eye up, I hold my anchor where I want it, and then I'm just going to kind of push, whoops, that one grabbed before I was ready. Let me pull that apart real quickly. Readjust my anchor in my tweezers, adjust my lash strip so it's right up against my own lash line, just like that. Hold them together and attach my lashes. So you can see how close my lash is to my own natural lash line. And then I will take, let me grab a dry mascara wand, and I'm just going to hold with my free hand the lash strip against my own natural lashes so that my brush doesn't pick up my lash strip. I'm going to brush my natural lashes and my lash extensions together with my magnetic lash strip so that they're kind of uniform. They all meld together and they look like one strip of lashes, just like that. Really, really quite a simple process. But like I said, it does take just a little bit of practice, especially if you haven't ever used this technique before. But don't worry. I'm going to show you again really quickly one more time on my other hand, or on my other eye, sorry. Wiggle the lash strip just slightly in between each lashes so that the strip itself is really malleable, so it will mold to my own eye shape. You also want to make sure, if you haven't done so already, you want to make sure that you trim these lashes. You can see that these lashes are slightly too long for my eye shape. I could stand to have the last magnet. There's 6 magnets on every single one of our Tori Belle red line, which is the red box. There are 6 magnets on every single one of our red line styles. You could maybe see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you trim off a magnet, then you can adjust the length of the lashes to your own eye size or eye length or eye shape, or however you want to refer to it as. So I lay it down on my natural lash. I slide it as close to my own natural lash line as I could possibly get it. Grab my anchor at a 90-degree angle. Pull my lid and my lashes up. Slide the anchor right across my lash line until it finds a home. Whoops, this one turned. It's not quite catching because it turned slightly in my tweezers. There we go. And slide it across until it finds a mate. Same thing with the inner corner. I'm just going to take the lashes in between my fingers and I'm going to slide the lash strip down against my own lashes until it gets right across or really, really close to my lash line. Trying to do this so that you can see in the mirror without my hand being in the way. And you can kind of watch and feel in the mirror the anchor kind of jump onto the lash line and adhere. Same thing on this outer corner. I typically only do 3 anchors per eye. There's room for 6. You only have 10 per box, so you'd only be able to do at most 5 per eye. But you can kind of play around and see where you like them. I do 1 on each corner, outer corner, inner corner, and then 1 somewhere in the middle. You can get away with 1 only on the outer corner or the inner corner. You can also use these anchors in conjunction. Like I said earlier, you can use them right along with, attach that one to the outer corner. You can use them right along with your either your mascara, your magnetic magnitude mascara, or your magnetic magnitude eyeliner, and use the anchors in addition to those just for a little bit extra hold, or you can use the anchors just like this all by themselves. You can see the difference in my own personal eye shape. I have a little bit more of a droopy eye on my right side than I do on my left side. If you need to make an adjustment, all you have to do is take your finger down at the bottom here and kind of push up just slightly. Those magnets will kind of realign themselves as you're pushing up, just so, and then you'll get a little bit more of that fan or that flare. Or if you want it to come down, just kind of pull, tug gently, not pulling enough or hard enough that you detach the magnets from each other, but pulling enough that you're adjusting them slightly. You can either push up or you can pull and adjust down. Whichever way works best for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching. Have such an awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon.